Oi, oi, we are TwoGeordiesGaming. I'm Carl.
And I'm Mickey T, and we've just witnessed one of the greatest E3s that we've ever seen. I think we can put our money on that.
I couldn't agree with you more, pal. This year's E3 was mind-blowing with a ton of announcements I don't think either of us saw coming. It really did put last year's E3 to shame.
And just like last year, we've put together a list of 8 of the best games that were shown at E3 2018.
Let's see what's on the countdown today. Beyond Good and Evil 2 wasn't really on our radar, given it was largely a single-player game. I played the first one a little bit when I was younger, but I haven't had that much experience with the franchise. But we were watching the trailer, which was really, really staggering to watch. I mean, it was incredible quality. And we were listening to the developers talk, and it wasn't until I used kind of our magic word, which is co-op, that we kind of got any interest in it. Experiencing this kind of world, which you kind of expect to be single player with a friend, is awesome. Some of the shots they showed, like the city, how huge that looks. I'd be really excited to play this, and I think you agree, yeah?
100%. I think you said at one point during it, you were like, it would be amazing to explore this world as a co-op or like together, like, because I kind of wasn't really that bothered, but you were like, imagine if you could do this together. And they said the co-op bit, and I was like, well, there you go, we can do it. And when you showed them like going around in the city, like you quite rightly said how big it was, it looks beautiful. It's definitely a new style of game that I've never personally played, and I'm looking forward to playing it.
I think we'll have a load of fun with that and hopefully get that on the channel, but there's no release date at the moment. It's just sort of floating around 2019, but hopefully we'll get to play this together next year.
And the next one in the list is going to be Skull and Bones. So Skull and Bones we saw last year, if memory serves, and we saw a bit more detail and some actual gameplay of this one at this year's E3. It looks to be much more of a darker, grittier version of Sea of Thieves, which we did love. We played a lot. It's visually stunning, but this game just it's very raw. It looks fantastic. The detail in the ships and the customization part of it looks fantastic, and that's something that I think Sea of Thieves does lack. But I hope that the matchmaking in this is going to be 10 times better than how it is at Sea of Thieves at the moment, and you can do a lot more content.
Yeah, definitely. I think most people feel up with Sea of Thieves that it's a great game when it works, and the rest of the time it's kind of boring. But yeah, I mean, the gameplay in this one looks a bit more arcadey, so it's maybe not going to be quite as realistic as it feels on Sea of Thieves sometimes, but it still is like a whole different experience with pirating, and the fact we can play it together, and everything you mentioned was totally right. Better matchmaking, more content, and maybe a grittier world. And this could be a really big contender to Sea of Thieves, I think.
I agree with you 100%. Even some of the raid battles look fantastic when you're taking on some of the big ships. But I mean, we've got a while to wait for this one. I think they did announce a beta, but we don't have a release date just yet.
It's been 15 years since the fall.
So this entry was a real surprise for us, as we really enjoyed the first game. It was the first video we ever put on this channel, so I remember having so much fun with it. The usual sort of running back and forth from quest givers is boring in most games, but when it got to night time, you were getting chased by these horrific beasts that scared the living hell out of me. It was just a whole different game, and we really enjoyed that. So when we saw Dying Light 2 at E3 this year, we couldn't have been more excited. The decision-based world that they've created seems really interesting, really diverse. Obviously the parkour's back, the monsters are back, or there's new monsters to be added apparently. It just looks like it takes everything the first game did right, and they're making it bigger and better.
Without a doubt, it was one of our first videos, as you quite rightly said. Scares, well, it depends how you want to look at that, because running in the night, I think we did that once, and we said we were never going to do that again, so fair enough. But you're quite right, it's very heavily driven in terms of the choices aspect of the game now, so we're going to have arguments over that. I can see that. The game looks fantastic. It's going to be even better than the first one by the looks of it.
Yeah, definitely. We don't have a release date yet. They're keeping that close to their chest, but hopefully we get to play this within the next year or two. That would be really exciting to get that on the channel.
So next on the list, we've got Gears 5. We originally played the trilogy on the Xbox when that first came out, which is absolutely fantastic, brilliant games. Now, we haven't had a chance to play Gears of War 4 as of yet, but now that we've seen gameplay and footage of Gears of War 5, it just reignited that urge to play the game. It's going to be fantastic. We love that experience playing co-op. The only problem we're going to have, Carl, is who's going to be the girl. And I'm just calling shotgun right now that I'm the lad. All right?
Oh, aye. Typical lads. They're fighting over who's going to be the last. I tell you what, mate, right? You can be the last.
Oh, fair play then, fair play. Yeah, she looks wicked. She's absolutely kicking ass all the way through this footage that they showed at D3, so I'm happy with it, to be fair.
she is, to be fair. This series has been amazing for us in terms of co-op. We've had fantastic experience with it. We've never had anything to complain about with it, and we're sure this one will be the same.
You're quite right, mate. And then I don't think that they've given a release date as of yet, but at least we've got Gears of War to look forward to and play, and I'm sure we'll get that uploaded to the channel in good time. And then when Gears of War 5 comes out, we'll be straight in.
The gods vanished and left our world in chaos.
At number 4 on our list is Anthem, a game that I never really expected to put on this list. When we saw it at last E3, I was adamant that that wasn't real gameplay footage, and I was right. But this year we actually saw real gameplay, and that changed our opinion of it. The game looks like a futuristic sort of sci-fi Monster Hunter, which is a series me and Michael have become quite big fans of over the last year. And it was literally the only thing that really redeemed the whole EA conference for us. This world, these monsters, the suits themselves all look really, like certainly visually look really amazing. I think getting to play this together, getting to kind of take the Monster Hunter genre to this setting will be something me and Michael would really enjoy to play co-op.
Without a doubt. It's got a very Monster Hunter feel to it, but it also has a bit of Lost Planet 2 to it as well, and we loved Lost Planet 2. But you're quite right, when we saw it last year, I wasn't keen on it really at all. I just thought single player, I'm never going to touch it. But showing in this whole co-op aspect to it, all these modes that they've got, PvP, things like that, it looks brilliant. I can't wait to have a go at it. It's going to be good fun playing it together.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. This is one of the very few entries on our list that actually has a release date. Anthem comes out on February 22nd, 2019. So keep an eye on the channel, and hopefully around that time we'll have some gameplay for you.
There are worlds that exist, separate from our own.
So number 3 on the list, we've got Jump Force that was shown at the Microsoft conference. Jump Force being a cross between multiple different animes, Naruto, One Piece, and more importantly, Dragon Ball, because we said in our prediction video that we were hoping for a Dragon Ball game. You can tell how excited I was about this game when you heard our reaction.
Colin crying.
What the hell?
Colin crying. Look at this, man.
Whoa!
Come here, baby.
Yes!
Holy shit! Jump Force.
Jump Force. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
So as you can hear from the reaction there, I'm a bit excited for this game. It was a case of showing the One Piece part of it, and then Naruto showing up, and I was like, alright then, not really keen. And then I saw Frieza Sama's ship, got us all excited, and then as soon as I saw Kakaroto walking through the city, got us going straight away. And it looks very much co-op based, where you're all multiple different characters from different anime genres, all fighting a handful of different baddies from those animes as well. It looks brilliant. Even just seeing Frieza getting kicked left, right, and centre, it looks absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks insane. I mean, I've seen a few of the sort of Jump titles on the PlayStation before. I've never really gotten a chance to play any of them, but the world just looks insane. I mean, the characters that were shown in the trailer, even though it was really just for anime, essentially, Death Note, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto. I mean, that would be enough for me because I love those characters. But seeing that there is more to come and being able to fight these amazing sort of battles that everyone talks about, who would beat Goku, would Naruto beat this person, that person, to get to do that together is just going to be insane. So I'm really excited to get to play this with you.
Without a doubt, it's going to be good fun. And I don't think we'll have a release date yet. They were just showing a bit of raw gameplay that's still in development at the moment. But if it runs as smoothly as it looks, then it's going to be great fun. So as soon as it does come out and we have a release date, it'll be on the channel. So look forward to seeing that. So number 2 on the list is Halo Infinite, and you can tell by our reaction how excited we were for this.
It's Halo God!
I know, but what Halo?
That looks like that old man from Halo 3.
I know, it looks like one of the old Halos.
Wait for it. Oh, what?
What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's Halo, no. It's Halo.
So obviously we were a little bit excited for this one coming out. And we did see in the prediction video that we thought we were going to see Halo 6 in some form. And obviously we got Halo Infinite in a very short trailer. It looks brilliant. I was a bit disappointed with the fact that we didn't get something quite obviously stating it was coming for PC. But we did see right at the end of the trailer that there was a flag showing Windows.
It says Windows 10 on the side, Michael!
Where?
I did wish they threw Halo the Master Chief Collection into the mix for PC as we waited for Halo Infinite. But Halo Infinite, if it does come to PC and we can do it, it's old school dreams come through. Arena 2v2, I can't wait. It looks brilliant, I can't wait.
You could see how excited we were in that reaction, and even on our predictions video, we were so excited to hear some news about Halo. And the fact that at the end of the presentation we saw Windows 10, the fact that the art styles are returning to the old school Halo, it has so much potential. It would be amazing to finally just be able to play it on PC. We both said when we saw this announcement that we're probably not going to hear anything now until next E3, but for us, it doesn't matter too much how long we have to wait. If Halo's coming to PC, that's all we want. That's our dreams coming true, essentially. So if we have to wait a little bit longer for it, it's fine. We'll be waiting the best part of 10 years for it as it is.
That's very true. That's very true. And like you say, it looks brilliant. It looks very much we're back on Halo doing something, so it's going to be great to see where they take the story next. As he's rightfully said, there's no release date. I guess we really wouldn't expect one so early for a Halo game. They normally wait a few years, but as soon as it happens, and if it's coming to PC, you'll be the first to hear it from us, because we'll be having videos immediately.
Taking the top spot at our list this year is Fallout 76. A game that I never ever expected to take the top spot on this list because, frankly, I disregard it as another single-player experience. So when we were watching this presentation and Todd Howard was talking about the direction of the game and everything like that, and then said it would be online, I nearly cried. Like, as ridiculous as that sounds, I almost cried. I mean, this is the kind of game you never ever expect to play with your friends. This is the kind of thing that mods try and do and never quite manage to. But now, this world, I get to play this with my best mate, which is just insane to explore something that's this rich and this huge and this interesting with the kind of monsters that you would expect out of Fallout. It's insane. Like, this is number one on the list when this list also has Halo on it. That's how massive this fucking is. It looks like this could be something that is just a whole next level experience. It is gaming, is co-op gaming anyway.
Without a doubt, yeah. I've never played any of the Fallout games whatsoever. I've heard amazing things about them. You and all of our groups of friends have all played them and said it's fantastic. But I'm never really one for playing single player games. So I mean, it looked good, but I wasn't really keen. And as soon as the co-op aspect where you can have up to 2 to 4 players each in a group and you'll all be kind of like surviving and stuff, I'm all up for it. I've always wanted to play the game, and the fact we can do it co-op just makes it even more brilliant, and I can't wait to go through it.
And probably the most exciting bit of news is that this is one of the few games that actually gave us a concrete release date. Fallout 76 comes out on November 14th, 2018, which means that we are going to feasibly get to play this in a couple of months' time, which is insane.
Crazy.
So keep an eye on the channel, because there's no doubt we'll be having videos of this game pretty much as soon as it comes out. And there we go, our 8 of the best games at E3 2018. We had a real blast putting this list together this year. We had some phenomenal game announcements, but now we want to ask what your favourite games of E3 2018 were.
Absolutely, so make sure you leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're looking forward to seeing some of these games in the future. Apart from that, we'll hope you enjoyed the video. Let's rock it like Team Rocket.
Bye for now.